Hi! Welcome back to That Movie Recap, and today we're going to review a 1990 movie. Tremors. About a group of people in a small peaceful town named Perfection, located in Nevada. The peace becomes hysteria once people are being killed underground in mysterious ways. The town then investigates, and will do anything to protect their town and themselves. So relax and enjoy. Valentine Val McKee and Earl Bassett are two useless odd-job workers. They usually mend fences and railings, assist farmers in the sleepy town of Perfection, and look after cows. They have a rundown truck and not much money to their names. They live near a dry, dusty town and know most of the villagers. Except for a county road, Perfection occupies a small portion of the dried-out Perfection Valley. Rhonda Lebeck is a university student researching earthquakes. She informs them that she is receiving strange signals from their seismographs, but there are no earthquakes in the area. Val likes her, but he'd rather daydream about a playmate, so he doesn't ask the seismologist out. One day Val and Earl discover the town drunkard, Edgar, dead on the top of an electricity tower, holding a rifle. They begin to wonder if he was so afraid of something that he preferred dying of thirst up there. They take him to the doctor, who confirms that Edgar died of dehydration but does not investigate his death. Miguel, a local cattle rancher, also discusses how a large portion of his herd vanished without a trace. One night in the doctor's trailer, where he and his wife are living while constructing a house, the doc hears a strange noise and witnesses a natural phenomenon similar to a steam vent spewing from the ground. He goes to investigate, believing they have found a natural gas pocket. The ground beneath him suddenly collapses, and he is dragged forcibly down into the hole, screaming in agony as his wife tries to pull him out. She digs frantically in the ground, and a snaky head appears and hisses at her. She flees to their car, but whatever attacked her husband begins to drag the car beneath the surface. Dissatisfied with the odd jobs they do for the locals, Val and Earl decide to pack their belongings and leave town, even turning down a lucrative job from the local potter, Megan, to build her a new ceramic oven, where she also offered them unlimited free beer. They stop by old Fred's farm on their way out of town and find him decapitated, his head half buried under his fedora. It's possible that a murderer is on the loose. They went to the doctor's house, but they can't find him. When they hear the stereo still on and the headlights sticking up vertically, they realize it's the doc's car. They discover a small landslide blocking the road. They get out of their truck, assuming it was caused by the two road workers, and find the men's helmets lying in the road, full of blood and slime. When they try to leave, Val gets stuck behind a small ridge. They eventually shake the truck free and return to town. When they arrive, they find a long, snake-like appendage wrapped around the rear axle. Because all phone lines have been cut and there is no mobile phone network coverage in the area, the shopkeeper, mean Walter Chang, lends them 2 horses so they can go and tell the county police. Despite everything that is going on, several people are unconcerned. Dumb teenager Melvin Plug mocks them. Bert and Heather Gummer have built themselves a nuclear refuge and crammed it with heavy weaponry, so they don't feel the need to be afraid of anything. Val and Earl ride as fast as they can, but some of the snakes startle their horses. They flee on foot, but the creature pursues them. They try to jump across a concrete ditch as they run. The creature chasing them crashes into the ditch's wall, killing itself. The seismologist reappears at that point. They learn that the creature stinks horribly, that it is several meters long, and that the snakes were tentacles protruding from its beaked mouth. Rhonda checks her seismographs, learning that there must be at least 3 more of those snake-mouthed monsters. Another of the creatures tries to capture the 3 as they return to Perfection. They can only see a trail of dust as the monster swims invisibly through the valley's soft soil. From now on, this dust trail will indicate that a critter is moving underground. Val, Earl, and Rhonda flee for their lives and end up on some high ledges that the creatures cannot scale. They remain there, but the creatures are extremely patient. Finally, Rhonda devises a plan, and they manage to climb from one rock to the next and jump into their van while being pursued by the hungry monsters. They conclude that creatures perceive them because they can perceive the noise humans make in the form of vibrations, whether through simple movement or conversation. When Walter returns to the drugstore, he decides to call the monsters graboids. Melvin continues to make fun of Earl and Val. Moments later, they hear Melvin shouts in fear. They rush out, finding Melvin on top of a pole, shaking. They suddenly realized that something is making Melvin terrified. That's when the graboid emerges on their feet. But Val must risk her life to save Mindy Sterngood, who has been hopping around with her headphones on, oblivious to her mother Nancy's cries. When they believe they have outwitted the graboids by taking refuge atop building roofs, the graboids destroy the foundations of the buildings. The structures are simple and fragile, made entirely of wood planks. A graboid emerges from beneath the cheap wooden shop floor and consumes Walter. Another graboid devours Nestor, and one of them destroys one of the Gummers' underground walls, but they fight back with all their weapons, eventually killing the vicious creature. The survivors seize a bulldozer and attempt to run on it. They also go to pick up the Gummers, who have many weapons prepared. The graboids are highly intelligent, and they prepare a trap for the humans, which succeeds. They must all flee to some rocks. They are surrounded by graboids as they wait. They devise a new strategy. They throw dynamite at the animals, who eat everything but are terrified of loud noises, which irritate their sensitive senses. One of the critters is killed when the dynamite explodes within them. They try the same trick on the other graboid, but the remaining critter spits out the dynamite back to them, forcing them to flee their safe hiding spot. Val is out in the open, so he will be discovered and eaten by the surviving graboid. He decides to flee, but the graboid is extremely fast. Val steps aside as he prepares to jump from a high cliff, but the graboid is unable to stop due to the distraction of their last dynamite blast and falls from the cliff into the void. They are happily alive. The group returns to town, where they call in the authorities to begin an investigation while Earl encourages Val to pursue a romantic relationship with Rhonda. But wait! The film does not end there. You can check out Tremors 2, Aftershocks, 1996. Tremors 3, Back to Perfection, 2001. Tremors 4, The Legend Begins, 2004. Tremors 5, Bloodlines, 2015. Tremors, A Cold Day in Hell, 2018. And Tremors, Shrieker Island, 2020. If you enjoy movies like this, don't forget to like, subscribe and turn on that notification bell. That's all for now. Hope you enjoy watching. Thank you and take care.